Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today what I wanted to do is come up with something fun, do something creative. I wanted to end the new year on a good positive note, so 2021 will help me stay in a positive mindset, if that makes sense. I wanted to play with some crystals. I wanted to do a whole different eye look. We're not doing much for New Year's. We're gonna be staying home, but I figured this would be something fun to do and bring up the new year. So go ahead and follow along with me. Okay, so I zoomed you in and ignore my towel for now. I'm letting my hair set a little bit. So what I want to do is start, of course, with my eyes. That's what I always start with. Like I said, I'm kind of just winging this. I also wanted to play with some new makeup as well as a lot of old makeup that I have. Like I said, since I started getting back into makeup again, I wanted to use some of the makeup I already have on hand. So we're gonna be playing around with some OGs here. We're gonna be playing around with the Naked and the Naked 2 palette. And then I'm also going to play with the Morphe palette, the 39A Dare to Create. I wanted to play with a couple of shades that are in here as well. And then as far as some newer makeup that I wanted to play with, I wanted to try some of the NYX glitter glue. I wanted to try the NYX white liquid eyeliner as well as their jumbo pencil. They had a sale going on, so I figured I'd pick some up. I needed some more lash glue. Not that I wear lashes, but I like to use it as adhesive around my face. And I saw this cute little ornament. It was on sale at Target for $5, so I figured why not. I also found this other brand at Target called Starlit Studio. I'll take it out of the packaging. It was also on clearance, so I figured why not play with that for a bit. And of course, I wanted to play with some adhesive crystals. So I'm hoping to see what I could do here. Let's go ahead and start. Okay, so I want to make my eyebrows gray. We'll see how this turns out. So what I'm going to go ahead and start with is this gray eyeliner pencil from Pacifica. It looks a little washed out right now. Again, this is gonna look super crazy for now, but I have a vision in my head. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this on the other eyebrow. Oh wow, look, it looks like really waxy, but in person it does look gray. And I'm gonna go ahead and ombre out with some white eyeshadow there. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is where I'm at with the eyebrows. Now what I wanna do is really carve them out. So I put a little bit of concealer in the back of my hand, and I just grabbed like an angled brush. Now I'm gonna go ahead and really try to make these as cleaned up as I can. Okay, I think I like how it looks like. So I'm gonna do the same for the other eye. Okay, so I'm gonna start blending this out and then put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids. Okay, so now we're back and this is what it's looking like so far. All right, the next step I wanna do is create like an eyeliner type of a situation up here. And then do like another eyeshadow down here. So what I'm going to start with the same eyeliner I used on my eyebrows, I'm gonna get this really sharp. Okay, and what I wanna do is, again, open up my eye and kind of kind of just outlining exactly where I want to be placing my eyeshadows. Okay, so I want to create like this empty space right here where there's literally going to be nothing in there, and I want to have like gray right here and gray right there. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to do this on the other eye, and I'll be right back to show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. It looks it's looking like Xenon from the future. I think the movie was called on Disney.
Cetus Lapidus! Cetus Lapidus! Cetus Lapidus! Cetus Lapidus! Cetus Lapidus! Cetus Lapidus! Just because I can't explain it doesn't mean it's not true.
Okay, with a skinny little pencil brush, what I want to do is start filling this part in. Excuse me. What I want to do is start filling this part in with some eyeshadow. Start kind of creating like this ombre effect. I want this to be more of a darker gray, and I obviously want this to be more of a lighter color. So what I'm going to do first, okay, I'm gonna dip into the Makeup Revolution London in this palette, the Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise. There's a pretty good white eyeshadow in here that I want to go ahead and start packing this in right here in the front. It's okay if it's a little sloppy because we're gonna later clean it up with some concealer. Okay, so I kind of like that ombre effect going on there. So then what I want to do now is start filling up this space right here and try to stay in with those lines as well. So again, I'm gonna grab this white eyeshadow and stick it in here. Actually, what I'm gonna do is tap into the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in white, in milk, sorry. And I'm gonna go ahead and start placing it in this area. About halfway. You don't need to bring it all the way out because we're going to start blending in some of that grayness with it. We're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is with that same eyeshadow I used right there, I'm going to go ahead and pack that in so it stays nice and white. So I set the whiteness in, and now what I want to do is start bringing in some of that darker gray. Okay, so what I'm going to do is tap into the Naked 2 palette in Pistol and start putting that more in the middle. If you bring in the gray a little bit too close to where you want it to be, go ahead and go with that white and then just lightly tap over it and the gray just disappears. Now what I'm going to do is go into the original Naked palette and go into the Gunmetal shadow. And with that same brush I did the middle eyeshadow, I'm going to just use the same one and go ahead and deepen out that corner. Try to stay in that original stencil that you're in. We're gonna be cleaning all this out, as you can tell, see? All of everything that, all the fallout. That's why I try to do my eyes first. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with the thinnest eyeshadow brush that I have, I'm going to grab a black eyeshadow. It doesn't matter which one, whatever one's your favorite. I'm gonna just tap into this Naked palette. Since it's actually, yeah, the Naked 2, since it's the closest one to me. And also gently, I'm gonna put it right here. Just to deepen it out. Again, it's okay if it's a little messy. We're gonna be cleaning all of this up in a minute. I'm gonna do this on both sides. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've blended out my eyeshadows, what I'm gonna start doing now is cleaning up. I want these to be nice, crisp lines in between here. I want this to be nice, crisp lines. A makeup wipe and clean the bottom of my eye and kind of drag it up to see where I want that other one to end as well. So now that I have those nice and cleaned up, what I'm going to do now is go back with that same angled brush that I did my eyebrows with and put another bit of concealer. What I want to do now, and I want this to keep it neutral tone, that's why I'm doing it in my shape concealer. I want to go ahead and start filling in this area to make a nice crisp line there. Okay, so this is how the middle part's gonna look like so far. And then I also wanna do this on top here as well. So I'm gonna do it on top and I'm gonna do it for this other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've cleaned out this eye, and what I'm gonna doing, I wanted to bring you back for this, is I grabbed another little flat compact brush, and with my BareMinerals powder that I use for foundation, I'm just setting in that area where the concealer is at. I don't want this to be this white how it looks like right now. I want it to look like your skin is peeping through, like for that one right there. All right, so this is pretty much what the eyes are looking like. So what I'm going to do now is do the rest of my face how I normally do it. Concealer, do some BareMinerals foundation. Once I'm done doing my face, I'm gonna go ahead and come back and then we'll go ahead and finish up the little details I wanna add to this look. Okay, so I threw on my base. So now what I'm gonna do is grab that white, jumbo white eyeliner. Sorry if you keep seeing my mirror. I'm trying to move it out the way. So what I'm gonna do now is put this in my waterline. The thing I wanna do is smoke out the lower lash line with some gray to tie in the colors together. I'm gonna go in with Gunmetal again and the shade right next to it, Creep. Do a little bit of each of those. And I mainly want to just focus it more on the outside to connect outer V to this bottom lash line. So I'm gonna use Buck in this eyeshadow palette in the Naked, in the original Naked. And then go right underneath and smoke that out. So now that we've smoked that out, the bottom part out, from NYX, that's a loose glitter. It says Glee 06. Throw on some glitter glue on the corner right here. I'm gonna grab another small angled brush. I put a little bit in the back of my hand. I'm gonna grab it and then kind of load it up right here. Another clean brush is grab it and then place it in that area. And then just kind of feather it out so it's just kind of more ombre. Now that this is where we're kind of looking like, what I want to do next is also add the glitter on the outside here and on the inside corners of my eyes as well. Okay, so I threw glitter on at the ends, threw glitter on in the inner corner. I also use this Starlit as well. Okay, so now what I want to do next, okay, so I want to use this pack here. I got it for 97 cents. So I want to go ahead and start placing just like a couple here and then a couple there, and then I want to throw a bunch in the bottom of my lower eyelash line as well. And to make these stick, even though they are self-adhesive, I'm going to grab a little bit of eyelash glue to make them stick longer. Okay, so this is the final look. This ended up being so much more than what I expected it to be. I did curl my hair up a little bit. I think I'm in love with the way this turned out. Is this simple? By all means, no, but it was definitely fun to do, especially since you're really not going out anywhere. Why not have some fun? Again, thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And again, just take it one day at a time.